Whoa! Now that is dynamite!
Hey! What's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Cang Toys Stegsarow. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at this big beefy box here. So right up, oh Lord, I did it again. I always do it. Oh, anyway, right up front here we have a lovely piece of artwork of Stegsarow, Trans Age, all that good stuff. On this side we have Stegsarow, some obligatory product shots, Trans Age, more Stegsarow, more Stegsarow. On the back, some more obligatory product shots, this, that, thing, stuff, the other. That's basically it for that big old box. You do get a bunch of other little goodies in the box. We get a bunch of these. I don't know what these are, little envelopes. I don't know what these are. I'm sure you guys do, but those are there as well. We also get some collector's cards. We get the main one for Stegsarow. And I don't know if you can see how that works. There we go. We got Robot Mode, Dino Mode, Robot Mode, Dino Mode. Pretty cool. On the back, we get tech specs, stuff I cannot read. Hooray for cards. Oh, wait, we have more cards. More cards because we get two more cards here. Again, don't know how well you can see these, but it's basically Stegsarow and one of their Predacons. You can put them together and make have a little like battle scene going on here. Here's some nice cards too. You can see the edge here actually done in gold. The edge on Stegsarow's is done in silver. Some nice, very thick cards there. Trans Age on the back. So very cool. Hooray for more cards. And we also get like a little poster deal. Again, little battle scene with Stegsarow and one of their Predacons. They have Stegsarow. You can kind of see their Predaking there in the background about to attack. So again, yeah, some cool stuff that's gonna end up living in a drawer, honestly, but hey, still appreciate it nonetheless. Then, moving right along, here we have Stegsarow. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, or Stegsarow? I'm not sure. But either way, this is the first component of Cang Toys Volcanicus, their own Dinobot combiner. And this is their take on Snarl. And as you can see, much like their Predacons, this is a very stylized take on the Dinobots, but I think it looks absolutely fantastic. But let's get in close here so we can take a look not at those Stego abs, but at that Stego noggin. Oh, there's the Stego noggin. Very, very cool head sculpt here. Again, very stylized, but looks really nice. Got that transclearance right there. A little horn going on. Done in gold and silver. Eyes done in red as well. Overall, really nice looking head sculpt there. Looks real good. Real good. You can see you got some of that transclearance plastic right here on the chest piece, which is also the Dino Mode head. We have some tamper-graphed details as well, as Cang Toys likes to do. On his shoulder here it says powerful, just so you know. Powerful. Very powerful. Very powerful indeed. But yeah, overall a very cool design here. Lots of nice gold and silver. We got some red in there as well. We got some big old plates here, which are, these are pointy. These are pointy. Be careful with these. They are a little bit on the sharp side, but toesies, gold toesies. But again, lots of detail going on here. Moving back. Got the Stego booty. So, you know, bit of a backpack going on there, but all in all, still looks quite good. Now, articulation-wise, what have we got? I'm going to tell you, the head is on a ball joint, so you have lots of wiggly-waggly. Can look up, do a bit squirrel. Can look down, head. Cannot do a full 360, though, because those pieces here on the sides hinder that movement, but you can still turn the head pretty much as you need to. Obviously, these tail pieces back here have a lot of hinges to work with, so you can kind of fan those out however you want. These are going to have them up, you can have them down. You can do whatever you want there with the tail. As far as the arms, they can rotate, and you can't get a full 360 out of them. They only go that far forward, and get around the tail. You have to get around the tail, but you can get about that far back. So you can't get a full 360 out of the arms, just due to the way they designed this. Nice ratchet joints outward. Nice ratcheting joints as well. As far as the rest of the arm goes, we do have bicep rotation. We have a double jointed elbow. As far as the wrists go, you have rotation. You also have the hinge that allows the hand to move outward if you need it. You do have posable fingies. The thumb is on a hinge at the base that moves up and down. Also has a ball joint there as well, so you can rotate that thumb, bring that up and down. Each finger is on a ball joint at the base and a hinge right there. So some nice posable fingers. This is a transformation joint, but it can allow the hand to move up and down if you need it. Hey, it moves if you need it to move. As far as the waist goes, you do have waist rotation. You do have an ab crunch in here as well. You can move these panels out of the way. So the legs can move forward about that far, back about that far, outward. You can do the full splits. You got thigh rotation. You have a double jointed knee there. Doesn't amount to too much extra movement. I mean, it's enough, but you know, a lot of stuff back there. But still, get a nice ratchet there. As far as the feet, you can't go up too much just due to how all this is designed. But you can get a little bit of up. You can get some down. There's no rotation, but you do have some ankle tiltage. The toe itself is on a hinge and a ball joint. You can kind of use that and kind of manipulate that toe if you need to. Also, the hinge, as you can see, is on a ball joint. You can kind of tilt that, angle that, however you need to support any posing. Now, as far as accessories go, we have two big old swords here, which look really nice. One's a bit shorter than the other, but you can see done in that nice silver. You get some brighter silver. Get a nice gold in there for the blade. Same thing with this one. Also some little spots of red right there. Very cool design. Now these serve two purposes because they are swords, and they can also be guns because you can remove the blade. That can be its own sword, and then you can take this handle, flip it around, and now it becomes a big old blaster. And that's really cool, and you can do that with both. Remove the blade, and now you have a smaller sword. And bring that around, and now you have some blasters. That's really cool. Really dig that. So they serve a dual purpose. You also get this little arrow spike deal. Again, done in that silver and that gold. That serves a purpose for one of the weapon modes as well as for the combined sword mode, and I'll show you how that works. So much like their Predaking, we're going to get a big old combined sword. So these two halves are going to tab together like that, and then this section will split into two parts, and this will go over these tabs and slots on either side, and that will hold all of that together. So that's how that's going to work out for the big combined mode sword. That's going to be impressive. And you can have Stegsarow wielding the swords or wielding the blasters. So you can pew pew, hack hack, pew pew, slash slash, and all of that good stuff right there. But wait, there's more, because the tail can also serve as a weapon. So we can it just tabs in right back here. So just untab it and then pull it up to free it, like so. And what you want to do here, there are these little locking tabs on either side. You just want to pop these up, and then this is on a double hinge. So you just want to take this and shift it upwards, and then take these side pieces and just lock them back in. They're little tab slot connections to hold that in place. And then you can rotate these around and kind of fan this out. Then we take this little spike deal right here, and this will plug in to the barrel like that. And then you can flip down this post here and attach it to this port on his forearm. And now he has a big old crossbow, and that's pretty cool. Also, if you want, you can remove this, and then you can take the tail, just rotate these in, and then just connect all of this together and fan the spikes out. And now he has a big old whipping weapon for maximum whippage. So there you have that, and now for comparison. Here he is with the Studio Series Snarl, just so you can see how that works out. And here he is with G1 Snarl, because he's precious. Oh, so small and precious. Boop, and he does that. And here he is with MP44 Optimus Prime. Again, just so you can get a sense of the scale here. And lastly but not leastly, here he is with one of Cang Toys' Predacons. Just so you can see how they fare against one another. So, there you go. So that is basically it for the robot mode, and I think it looks absolutely fantastic. Love this design. I think it looks so cool. But let's get down to transformation, shall we? We got a lot to do here, so let's get down to it. So the first thing I recommend you do, you don't have to do this, but it makes life easier, is to remove the tail. So again, you're just going to untab it from this section here. So just pull it back, untab it, and then just push it up, slide it off, put this off to the side, and that's one less thing to have just kind of flopping around on you. So just put this off to the side. Makes life a lot easier. And now we're going to work on the arms. So all you're going to do is just open up the forearm here, and make sure you have the hand in this orientation with the fingers balled up and the thumb on top. Then you just flip the hand in, close that up, and get it closed up as well as you can. I always end up with a little gap there, so maybe I don't have things sitting in there just perfectly right. The instructions are not good, by the way. And not many people put out good videos showing how to transform this thing, so I didn't have much help. But anyway, just untab the dino foot and just bring that forward. And then we're going to come up here to the shoulder pad, and you're just going to take it, rotate it back. You can angle it up, angle it back, whatever you want. Just close that up. And there you go. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So now we're just going to start undoing the backpack here. So free all this up, swing all of this back. We're going to take this little gold section here. You just want to push it through. So it comes out the other end, and you're taking all this and rotating it 180 so it's sitting like that. Once that is done, you need to kind of pull this armature right here out a little bit, because there's a tab on the other side of it that it's holding on to. Just pull that out a little bit so you can just swing these out, pull that out, and swing that out. You're going to rotate this around. This spike here, you're going to take, flip it over, bring it around to the other side, rotate it, and it's going to sit right there. And then you're going to take this bit here, just rotate that in, rotate this in, and have it sitting like that. You're going to do the same thing with the other one here. And then you have these little bits here that you're just going to flip out on either side, like so. And now we can take the head and just kind of tug it upwards. And that should free it. Should, he says. You can hold in there pretty securely, so come on. You can see it's tabbed onto this panel here, and it can tab in pretty securely. Very securely in this case. Wow. There it is, it let go. Okay, so anyway, extend all this out and take the head and just tuck it down. You got a lot of hinges to work with here, so just tuck it all down, and you basically just kind of want his face. It's kind of popping out there, so it looks like that. At this point, we can take all of this and just extend it outward. We got some plates here to flip up, straighten those out, and you got that going on. Once you have done that, you have these little red sections here that you want to undo. Just bring those down, untab them and bring them down, and that will allow you to take this entire chest assembly and rock it up. So it is like that. Now you've done that, there is this section right here, central section, that you want to rotate around, and it's quite snug. There we go, it's very squeaky. Bring it around. I did loosen these screws a little bit. It did help somewhat, but it's still a little bit on this tight side. So bring that down, like so, and then you have this panel to flip down. You have a tab slot connection that happens right there. So, there we go. Let's bring that down, and you should be able to just tab that in, like that. And now we have some filler to flip out. We got little tabs here that we can pull on just to bring these little panels out. That will just fill in that next section right there. We also have a panel right up in here. You may need a tool to help you get that down. I know I always do. So just get that moving, or have it fight you. one or the other. There we go. Flip that out, and that just kind of fills in the bottom of the neck. So now we're going to start working on the legs. So you want to undo this panel right here, bring that out. There's a tab slot connection right here. I rarely can get this actually lined up, so it's never really tabbed in. I probably just have things sitting in here wrong, but again, the instructions are not great. But anyway, pull that out, and then you're going to basically take this whole foot assembly here and just kind of rock it up, and it's in there. Again, be careful with those plates. They will stab you. So, get all this up. And just a case of getting it wiggled just the right way, because there's a little tab that has to clear notches right here. So, this part can be a little frustrating because you don't have a whole lot of wiggle room here and tight joints. There we go. There we go. Get a hold. Make sure things don't get stuck in here. Also, like this. It's going to pop off. Yep, it's going to pop off. Okay. This is some of the frustrations with this figure. Just to show you what you're getting yourself into. Anyway. Get this pop back on. Okay, got that back on, so now we can continue on. So now extend all of this, and you now want to rotate this to the outside. Once you have done that, you want to take these panels here, and you want to flip them in and flip them in. Kind of tuck them in as far as they will go. Once you have done that, you have these panels here. So a notch there for your fingernail. Just lift that up. Just get in there and lift that up. And you're going to be folding the leg up. You're going to be using this bottom hinge here. So rotate all this. You're going to bump into stuff. Just kind of get it around as best you can. And then just kind of fold that up. Bear in mind you're going to be readjusting this leg. You're going to be readjusting the legs anyway. But once you've done that, just close that up. There is a sweet spot for everything. I still don't quite know where it is. To be perfectly honest. Again, not great instructions. But you want it roundabouts like that. Once you've done that, now we can take this entire armature here. There's a tab and a port for a tab and a post right here. So just bring that up and over, line that up, and plug all that in right there. So now for the Dino hind leg, you're just going to extend it, bring the foot down and rotate it. You're going to take the robot mode foot, you're going to take the heel, rotate it and just drop it down. You're going to take the toe, rotate it and drop it down. There'll be a tab slot connection that happens right there. Line it up, and there you have one side all done, and the second verse is just like the first. Okay, and we got both sides done now, and once you do that, you just tab the two legs together, and we got that going. Okay, so we have to do a little more underbelly work here, so take these little red sections and just bring them up. So they're sitting right there. You want to take these side panels here, and you want to tab them into the thigh, into this inner slot here. So take them and plug them in. You can see that the thighs, when you have them in Dino mode, those thighs need to be kind of angled up a bit in order for that to tab in. So if you don't have them like that, then you need to do some readjusting. But if you have them the way they should be, they should just tab right in. And you want to take the center crotch portion. It's on a joint. Now again, if you have everything here oriented properly, this, you see there's two little notches here on either side. This should just drop right into those notches and sit in there like that. If not, then again, you need to kind of reorient how you have these hinges there. This seems to be kind of the sweet spot, I'm guessing. We'll see how we go. So now we can get all of this situated here. So you want to take this bit and bring it down. And what you want is you want to bring down this hinge, you want to bring down, this hinge you want to bring back. So collapse it down like that. And again, if those hinges are too tight, you can loosen those screws. So let's get everything roundabouts there, and the head should just come right up and help lock all that into place, like so. So once you've done that, get these up and out of your way so you can see what you're doing. You got little panels here. You want to flip these out to the sides like so, and you should be able to just drop this down. Little tab slots right here. There's also like some little nubs here that'll go into these holes. So get all that lined up and just drop that down, and that should sit there like that. Now back here, luckily you can take these plates and just move them back so you can see what you're doing. That's very nice. So you got to bring this section back, and you have tab slot connections that are going to happen right here, as well as tabs that will go into these sections right here. Just line it up, and again, if you have everything just right, it should just drop right in. Hooray, it all just dropped right in. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, so once you have that done, and a little correction here, you want these hinges sitting like that. That's how you want that looking, otherwise you're going to get in the way of this step, which is taking these and dropping them down, and there'll be a tab slot connection right there. Just drop that down. Now again, if that's not lining up for you, just readjust the chest, readjust the legs. There's also some tab slots that you want to connect back here as well. And those should just pop in right back there. And again, if that stuff's not lining up for you, you gotta just do a lot of readjusting. Again, instructions aren't great, and it was hard to find any videos where people seem to know what they were doing either. So just all around is kind of not a whole lot of help here with this. But again, just get all that lined up and pop all that in, and there you go. So you got all that seated as it should be. So now we're bringing the tail in, and again, you want to undo those little tabs there so you can shift this to the upward position, and then lock all that back into place. Rotate these towards you, and then just tab all of this together. Just tab in each section individually here. And once you got all that together, you're going to take these silver panels here. They're on double hinge. Just take them and shift them forward. So it's sitting like that now. Shift that forward. And there you go. That is now ready to go. And then we can just take the tail and just slot that back in. And after all that, there you have Stegsarow in his alt. Oh, he ain't spinning. He ain't spinning for nobody. But anyway, there he is in his alt mode. And again, a very, very stylized Dino mode here. Looks really good. Getting there is not a whole lot of fun, just because it takes a lot of fiddling to get everything in the proper orientation. But once you get it all together, it's pretty dang solid. But let's get in close here so you can take a look at this new noggin. So you got that transparent red there for the eyes, nice silver as well. Some things we've already seen, just in a slightly different configuration. These tip skirt panels, I didn't talk about them, but I'm not, again, the instructions don't even mention these in the transformation, so I don't know how they're supposed to go in Dino mode. I just fold them up and have them like that. I don't know if that's right, whether it's wrong, I don't care. But, again, we got some nice detailing. Love the gold on this as well. Looks really good. There you go. You can see the tail. Again, got a lot of that tamper-graphed detail on there. Nice and spiky, very pointy as well, but all in all, looks pretty good. There you have the top. There you have the bottom, and he doesn't even slide like Dino should slide. He can't even do the sliding. So he doesn't slide because dinos, I guess, shouldn't slide, so he doesn't slide like a sliding dino should. And for comparison, here it is with the Studio Series Snarl. So you can see how that works out. And with G1 Snarl, because precious. Oh, so precious. Oh, so precious. So floppy. But still precious. Still precious nonetheless. And here he is with one of Cang Toys Predacons. Just so you can see how they will fare against one another. So there you go. Now, articulation-wise in Dino mode, you have multiple hinges here on the head to work with. You have side-to-side movement as well. The mouth can open and close, give you a little, you know, you can do that. You have the same amount of rotation with that arm, in and out, rotation, double joint, the front feet there on the ball joint, so you have wiggly waggly, all that good stuff. The hind legs can rotate, can move in and out. You have double knee right there if you need it, and again, that foot can wiggle waggle forward and back, whatever you need there. As far as the tail, you have side to side movement, you have up and down movement at multiple points here, 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 and here, and here. You also have side to side movement as well, so you can get a good tail swing going on. So you got lots of posability there in the tail, and that is pretty much it. Now, as far as storage for the weapons, you can do so. These handles can swing inward, and you got ports here on the sides, so you can take these and plug them in to either side, thusly and thusly. There we go. And you can have the Stego here with two big rail guns. Thing you can do if you want to do it. You can leave the blades on there if you want to. You can totally have that going on. Again, as always, it's yours. Display it however you wish. This right here, if you want, you could just plug it right up front, because why not? Extra spikes, you know, hey, as always, it's yours. Display it however you want. You can also plug the weapons up top as well. You have multiple points here, so you can, you know, have one like that, have one facing back. You can do whatever you want. Again, options, they're good. So that is basically it for the Dino mode, and it looks real good. Not that much fun to get it into this mode, but looks real good once you have it all together. But now it's time to get them into the next mode. That's not too much fun to get to. Let's get down to combine mode. Let's get down to transformation, shall we? Again, no spinning. Let's just go. So again, first thing you may want to do, I advise anyway, remove the tail. Pull it off. Put it off to the side. Makes life a lot easier. And now we're going to start undoing all this hard work we did here. We just went to untab these, bring them up, just bring the neck down so you can undo this piece, undo all these connection points back here. Just kind of grab a hold, give it all a tug, wiggle waggle, and just pull all of this up. So now what we want to do is basically get this whole chest section pretty much back into robot mode. So these little red bits, and just bring them down. You want to take these filler pieces and just, you want to pull them towards you so you can push one in first and then push the other one in. This little bit here, just get that untabbed and bring that up, and then rotate all of this around. Again, it's very squeaky and tight, but get that around. Flip this little neck filler piece in all the way there, and then just rock all of this right back down to where it was, and then bring these red pieces up and tab them into the sides like that. So now you want to get this head and neck section situated, so bring the head down, bring these plates forward. You want to bring these plates forward as well, and then just collapse all of this up, collapse it down, and just bring that up against the head so it's sitting like that. So now we have to do some waist and crotch work here. So you want to undo these skirt panels here, and these will hold on pretty securely. You might need a tool to help you kind of pop these out. Get that out and pry that loose. Not the whole plate here, just that. There we go, you stay. Oh. These panels love to come off, by the way. I'm going to have to glue those on. Anyway, get that up, hit the crouch piece, bring that up. Now you want to take these plates and bring them forward so they meet in the middle like that. Once you've done that, you want to take these side skirt pieces and you want to bring them out, and they're on a hinge, so bring them up, and then you can open this up. So bring that forward and angle that up. Open this up so that is sitting roundabouts like that. Alright, so next we're going to split the legs, and what we need to do here is we need to compress the legs up. We're not compressing them up all the way, we're just compressing them up slightly. So basically they're sitting like right under that waist like that. That's, I believe, the sweet spot. Again, not entirely sure. It ends up working, so I think I got that right. So do the same thing on the other side. And once you do that, just take the legs, tab them back together. So now for the dino legs here, the hind legs, and get things out of your way, just untab them and just extend that forward, and then just rotate this leg around so you can then swing it in like so. Then you just want to angle this hinge down, so just roundabouts like that. And then what's going to happen here is you have this tab which will go into the slot right here. So again, just kind of angle everything and get that tabbed in. It's a lot of squeaking, a lot of fiddling, but it'll happen. There you go. Get that plugged in like that, and do the same thing with the other side. Okay, so once you got both legs tabbed in, you can take these feet and just kind of put them up against the chest. Now you want to take these sections here, and you want to just push down right here. That'll free that up. Bring it down, rotate, and it'll tab up right in here. Just tap that in. So again, just push that down, freeze it up, rotate, bring it up, and tab that in. So now what we're doing with the arms is you want to untab it, bring it down, and then rotate it back. Make sure the shoulder pad is straightened out, and then you want to bring the arm back, and you do have to mess with the hinges here. You basically want to bend the elbow down, and what should happen if you have everything right, which I probably don't, but we're going to see, we'll find out, is that you have a tab slot connection that will happen right here. If you have everything right, it should drop in. Also rotate the little foot there sideways. That should just drop down right in there like that. I may have it right. I may not. I'm not sure. But anyway, also what should happen is you have a little tab slot connection that happens right there. I can never really get this to stay on. It's more a suggestion than an actual locking point. It's not a crucial locking point, so honestly, I don't bother with it. Just have that sitting there. And do the same thing on the other side. And there you have the other side. As you can see, we're pretty much just kind of bowling them up here. So let's continue. Okay, so now we need to take this section here, rotate around, take these bits, and flip them in on either side. We're now going to take this little bit here, just flip that all the way back, and now we're going to just collapse all this up. Again, you want this going up, you want this hinge going down, like that, and that will just tab in right back there, and lock that into place. And now you gotta take the section and just collapse that down, and now these bits right here are gonna go into these slots on either side here. Just line that up, and that should just drop right down. Oops. Should, again. Thanks a lot of fiddling with this figure. This figure has a lot of fiddle factor. Just get it lined up and drop it in. There we go. There we go. That's how you want that looking. Okay, so we're pretty much at the home stretch here. So you want to take these sections, rotate them around. You want to rotate this out and then rotate it up, as always. Cat hair not included. Get out of here. Bring that up. Bring this little tab up. And you want to take this spike, bring it around, and just sit it down in here like that. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So at this point, we're bringing the tail back in, so you just want to split it down the middle here. Get that all opened up. And what you want to do now is you want to take these sections, you want to bring it down halfway, rotate it like that, and then shift it forward. And you want to take this section of the tail and rock it back on this hinge here. So basically it's going to look like that. And then you're going to take this section of the tail and you're going to flip this in and take this and bring it down. And once you do that, you just want to take it and rotate it down so it's looking like that. So now we're going to take all this and just drop it right back down where it was. And now we have a couple connection points here to work with. So you have some hinges here. Lots of hinges to work with here. Make sure that the base part of the tail is shifted all the way down. And what's going to happen, if you have everything lined up, you have a tab slot connection that will happen right here and a tab slot connection that will happen right here. So if I have everything lined up, which I may or may not have, we'll see. But if I do, it should, there we go, that dropped right in, and that dropped right in. Hooray! There we go, we did it. All right, do the same thing on the other side. And the last thing to do here is just bring these up, and you actually want these like this, because this tab is going to go into this slot right here, and you have a slot right here that's going to receive this tab right here. So if you have everything just right, that should just drop right in. That tab usually just drops itself right in. And do the same thing on the other side here. And once you have both sides in, last thing to do, as if we haven't done enough, we just want to take these sections here and rotate them up. Just be mindful of the shoulder pad there. There we go. And there you go. There you have Stegsarow in his combined mode. Oh, and again, that was a lot of fiddling, but you get him there. And again, you're just kind of balling him up. That's pretty much it. That's the leg mode, or the shin mode, really. The shin calf mode. That's it. It will receive its own foot. There are rails here, so that's where the foot's going to end up sliding in. But yeah, there's the combined mode. Again, not a whole lot of fun to get them in this mode, but there it is. Once you get it together, it's all nice and solid. Just, yeah, a lot of fiddling to do there. But hey, it's a nice looking ball of Dino. It's pretty much what it is. It's just a big old ball of Dino, but there you go. So there you have Stegsarow, and yeah, from a design standpoint, I mean, it looks fantastic. The robot mode looks fantastic. The Dino mode looks fantastic. Even the combined mode, just being this big old ball of Dino, still looks really good. Looks very cohesive. Transformation, though, not the most fun. Not the most fun transformation. I wouldn't call it a nightmare transformation, but it definitely has a high fiddle factor. And the instructions not being great didn't help either. And not being able to find good videos also didn't help either. There were so many reviews where the presenter didn't even show how to go into combined mode. They didn't even show the combined mode at all. So yeah, didn't have a whole lot of help there. I did the best I could. If I messed something up, my apologies, but I did the best I could here. I hope I still managed to help you in some way getting him from mode to mode, hopefully. But I wasn't too certain if I was doing things right either, so again, my apologies if I messed anything up. So yeah, not the most fun transformation, but still a fantastic looking piece, and definitely looking forward to seeing how the rest of these Dinobots turn out, and looking forward to seeing how this combined mode turns out. So yeah, one down and a lot more to go. So there you go. And now if you would like this or any of Cang Toys' other offerings, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There'll be a link in the description down below so you can check that out. You can also check out the Cang Toys Volcanicus playlist for this and all future reviews, linked in the description down below as well. And I think that's it. So don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love Peace Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the Cang Toys Stegsarow, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. What the? Whoa! Wheeljack! How can I get an upgrade like this? Make me like you.